some pop culture tea, and I'm sure you have plenty of thoughts, as you should, as any queer person should, really. So the first one we are going to talk about, since it's November 2nd, we have officially arrived to Mariah Carey season. And she woke up on November 1st and said, Christmas is here, bitches, and so am I. So this year, Mariah has decided to release a new Christmas song, Fall in Love at Christmas, and a new Apple TV special. If anyone remembers, she also released one last year. It was amazing, with Ariana Grande, Jennifer Hudson, Billy Eichner, lots of different people. So what do you think? Are you ready for Christmas?
Well, I'm not ready for Christmas. You know, I'm one of those people, when I go to the dollar store and I see they've got out the decorations for 2 seasons ahead, I'm like, can we just slow down and enjoy where we are? I'm trying to get out the turkey. I'm in my orange color. You know, I'm ready for fall, first and foremost.
Right.
But hey, you know what? I love those who are already in the Christmas spirit and ready to give gifts.
Yes. And, you know, Mariah is always ready to give gifts of singing and get those coins that come to her every single Christmas season. Do you think that her new song will have any impact on topping All I Want for Christmas Is You?
I don't. I just don't, my love. I hate to be that gal. As positive as I am, you know, I really kind of miss the hub over the new release. I saw some reels and there was some pumpkins and things, but, you know, for me, I'm more of I was never good at math, but it's like the MC equals squared album. That's the album that I kind of really got into her. But overall, you know, I'm not a butterfly queen. I'm just not feeling the glitter fantasy. Okay. I like her original, so I'm going to stick with that.
Wow, love that. I love when everyone's like so specific with what an artist brings that they go off with, and it's usually like what you like first hear from them, or like when it feels your vibe more so. So I love that. We see that.
I love that one song off the album called Migrate. That was such a great song. It had a great backbeat. I got into it then, but overall, somehow I just have missed the Mariah fantasy. Now, I did love that one year on New Year's where she said, screw it, and she didn't even really lip sync, and she didn't really even dance. Now, that was iconic. That was iconic.
Yeah, I mean, Mariah doesn't need to dance. She's Mariah. You know, a lot of people have to do a lot of tricks and things, but she's got...
I feel like her tone is very pointed.
No! Listen, some people are known for their tricks and their stunts. And look at Britney. Britney is known for her stuntery on stage, and we wouldn't want it any other way. You know what I mean? I feel like everyone has their avenue. And
totally. She's much more my speed. I've seen every single concert she ever did. I know every word by heart. I am definitely a Britney fan.
Yeah. I mean, whoever isn't needs to sign off of this live is all I'm going to say about that. So for you, you know, Mariah Carey has Christmas. Kim Petras is really trying to like get Halloween as her holiday. If there were one holiday that you would monopolize, what do you think that would be?
Well, I think I've already done this, and that, of course, is 420. Hello! April 20th, my national holiday and birthday where all things green come into my mouth.
I love that you're 420 and cannabis activist, because we need more of them in this world. You know, you're like the queer Snoop Dogg when it comes to weed.
I prefer the queer Missy Elliott, but I'll take it. I'll take it.
I mean, yeah, Missy gets high every now and then. There was just a video that I saw of Snoop the other day that was like, I've smoked at least 1 million blunts. I was like, work.
He's definitely on my list of people I hope to smoke with one day. I've been fortunate enough to work with his company, Mary Jane, out of Canada. Yeah. And his company's been amazing to me. So I hope that one day I will eventually meet him. We've got a mutual friend, Dr. Dina, who was actually the first person to prescribe him his medical license here in California at the time under Proposition 215, which, for those of you who don't know, it's founded by the LGBTQAI+ community. So I'm hopeful that we are 6 degrees of separation and we'll meet each other soon.
Well, I love that. And I would love to see that filmed. If, you know, anyone out there is listening, we need to get that on camera, because I feel like that would be the only...
I need to be on Martha and Snoop. I'm ready to cook. I mean, I am a chopped 420 judge. So I'm like, what's the tea, y'all? Let's get her booked.
If there's one thing about Logo Live, I always try and pull out from my guests what they want to do, like a dream thing, because you never know who's watching, who's listening. So
you got to speak it into existence, mama.
That's right. And you know, my next topic is a little stressful. It's a little annoying, but we have to talk about it because this is all about justice and joy. And this is a topic that is very much about justice. While we were on our break from Logo Live, Mr. Dave Chappelle had a little comedy special called The Closer, where he had lots of things to say about the trans community because, you know, he doesn't really have much else to say these days. So, did you hear about it? Were you like, did you see it? How do you feel about this initially?
Well, I'm absolutely tapped in. It definitely made it across my feed. And so I decided that I really needed to watch the full special before I came to a conclusion or I came to my own opinions. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I'll be honest, I'm very mixed about it. I do think bits of it were funny. Mm-hmm. I do think bits of it created conversation, which is a really great thing. However, I do think overall it was very harmful to the trans community. I do think that it promoted bigotry, disheartening, and I was really, you know, grateful to see people like Ashley Marie Preston get out there and be vocal because as someone who is sort of in between, you know, I like offensive humor. I have very tough
Hold on, you froze. Oop. We lost Laganja. Hold on. We will get her back because we were talking about something very important. How's everyone doing? Oh, there you are.
Mama, the trans god said, Miss Ganja, don't you dare try to have his side in the slightest, okay? They said, cut her off. No, but what I was saying is, you know, I like offensive humor. I'm able to take a joke because I'm educated. But a lot of the people who are watching this special, particularly in that audience, are not educated. And so I felt like it really was pitting us against each other. And, you know, personally, with his little anecdote at the end about knowing someone trans, it sort of felt like to me when a white person's like, well, I know someone black, so it's okay for me to say these things. And that's not the case. So, you know, I hope to see the conversation continue. I hope that Ashley Marie Preston, as well as the Netflix employees, are able to sit down and have a conversation with him about why this is so dangerous. Because I do believe at the end of the day, he is a good person. I don't really believe he hates us. I believe he went for the short joke. I mean, we saw that in his rebuttal when he came for Hannah, the comedian who was very outspoken about him. So yeah. I think what needs to happen is a conversation. You know, I know he's got his A, B, and C, which also I think is very offensive. How are you going to offend someone and then say, well, I have these first things you have to do before I'll talk to you? Right. But regardless of all of that, what needs to happen is more love. You know, this whole cancel culture that we live in, you know, I missed just the tail end of it. I almost got canceled for being me. So I know what that's like. And right. I really think the only way we can heal is if we reveal. So I hope that he will take what he has said seriously. I don't think Netflix should personally take it down. I do believe that a message in the beginning saying that there is transphobic language would be really great. However, I also understand that there's a lot of, you know, talk now about big businesses censoring our, you know, right to speak and right to say what we want to say. So all I can say is I love Twitter. Twitter's amazing. Twitter is totally canceling people who are being hateful. And right. I personally do think that that is a good thing. But again, you know, I have mixed feelings about this. There's no right answer here. There's just a conversation that has to be had, in my opinion.
Right. I mean, I love what you said about this contains transphobic language and stuff like that, because the same way we see nudity and things like that are very normal to some, you know, and some people don't understand nudity and sex positivity, but we have rated R, there's nudity in this. We should have the same thing for, you know, and it's crazy to me, a lot of times, the more famous someone gets, the more successful, the more money they acquire, it's like they kind of don't understand every other person. You know, they like block themselves off, and they like, I'm doing the best that I can. It's like, well, you're not listening. And that's the thing, as an artist, as a human being, when there's a group of people that are saying this is hurtful, it's not about time to be like, oh, well, no one can take a joke anymore. It's like, no, maybe your jokes just need to graduate to something that's a little funnier. And you know what he said about Hannah, it's like, baby, Hannah's not getting dragged for not being funny. You're the one that's getting dragged. You know, and that's not to say that Dave Chappelle's never said anything funny. They call him the GOAT for a reason. But baby, when you're the GOAT, you know, comes big responsibility.
Act like it.
Right. So anyway.
At the end of the day, look, all I'm going to say is he is very smart. He created an incredible amount of clickbait. I would have never watched that series as quick as I did, but because of his remarks and the, you know, way it was perceived, I went and watched it. So I have to say, job well done as far as it comes to, you know, promoting your series. I just think not job well done when it comes to hurting others to get on top.
Right. Amen. And, you know, a lot of the conversation has been about the real harm of when jokes turn into real harm, you know, that kind of connection. And that leads me to my next topic, which is Election Day. So while today is the premiere of Logo Live, and like, that's really important and things, it is also Election Day around the country. And the reason it's so important is because we have over 100 anti-trans bills that have been put into action for a vote since January 1st. And this is where we make that connection of like, okay, so why are we having such an influx of anti-trans bills? And, you know, this could be a reason, is because there are trans people that are represented a lot more, thankfully, in our not only in our community, but the community at large. So you're going to have things like that. So what do you think about, you know, the importance of voting, and especially voting for politicians that are queer and do have our best interests at heart?
Yeah, I mean, I think voting is one of our God-given rights that many women fought for. And I think it's a shame that the youth doesn't really find the importance of that. Now, I will say I've been excited to see TikToks made about Election Day and prior to. I do believe the young generation does understand the importance, but I believe many millennials could really care less. I feel like once we got rid of Trump, a lot of people sort of cowered back into their ways. And I think that's why it's so important we do have this conversation and we talk about that. You know, I just voted in September in our local election for Gavin Newsom, trying to, you know, get rid of him or not. And I was so grateful that he actually has made it official now here in California that we'll always be able to have mail-in ballots, because I think that's one of the main ways that there has been segregation caused. You know, people who don't have cars, who aren't able to get to the polls, now have the same access as everyone else. And I think that's, you know, one of the many great things that have come out of it. Now, I do like to call him Gavin Newsom. So I don't think he's perfect. However, I do think it's really important to exercise your right as an artist, as an individual, as a human, and to get out there and vote.
Amen. Woo! Come on, politics. Come on, politician.
If you never saw my F Donald Trump YouTube series, you should definitely go check that out. I mean, I know he's gone, but I really do care about politics. I am not the most educated when it comes to politics, which is why I reach out to others who that is their main focus. As I said, at the end of the day, you know, I'm an artist first and foremost, but that doesn't mean I can't educate myself and reach out to others who are able to better educate me. And so that's what I always suggest to people. If you're lost, if you don't know what to do, there are many resources, you know, online as well, if you don't know someone personally.
Right. I love that you said that, because I think, you know, the gateway into politics, people think that you have to just know everything right away, and you have the conversation with someone and you get something wrong and they're like, you didn't know that. It's like, we have to normalize learning, especially the older we get. We just don't know everything all the time. So I love that you said that, and I 100% agree. So if you haven't voted today and you're supposed to, please get the hell out there and vote. I'm sure, you know, the polling station places are still open. I think they close around 8 o'clock. So that being said, let's get into some mess.
To some mess?
Sorry.
I'm sorry, come again? What did you say?
The mess.
Oh, mess. Okay,
What do you think I said?
I thought you said meth, girl. I said we are not doing the capital T today, honey. I thought we were just spilling tea.
We will be spilling tea, not doing tea. And
period.
That is that on
the
that.
only ice we're doing is on the bracelet, okay?
Ooh, let's see it again.
Oh, she's like a cute little cheap Santee Alley, $12.99. Love her.
I love it. Well, the geese are squawking, and Laganja, you definitely said it. You love Twitter, and Twitter was in an uproar because of Strep Twink. Yes, baby, Strep Twink. Let me break it down for you. So a gay man wrote a since-deleted tweet. I can't say his name for legal reasons, but he talked about partying over the Halloween weekend, but he was sick. So the tweet said, I had feverish chills and a tremendously sore throat from my strep throat last night, but I refuse to let that take away Halloween in New York City from me. Nothing was getting in the way, and I pushed on. I'm worse now, but oh my God, what effervescent memories I've made. Now, bitch, in this post-pandemic Lovato world, you really thought that was the tweet. What are your thoughts about this?
I mean, it's horrible. It's so sad. I think it's just, I mean, especially with COVID going around, it just sends such a horrible message that, this person obviously didn't care about those who were surrounding him. And, we live in a very selfish day and age where we are always constantly on our own Instagrams looking for likes and clicks. And to see that perpetuate into literally going out when you're sick yourself, it just makes me very disappointed. Very disappointed.
It's kind of like, just because you don't have COVID doesn't mean you should be going out if you're sick. This COVID should have taught everyone that, baby, if you've got the sniffles, if you've got a sore throat, if you were diagnosed with strep throat, stay your ass at home. Just because it's not COVID doesn't mean a bitch doesn't want strep throat.
And girl, we all know how he got that strep throat. So, baby, maybe she needs to go and see a clinician as well, because I'm sure strep throat's not the only thing she's got. Mom.
Right. And imagine seeing that tweet, like you didn't know who she was, you made out with her over the weekend, and all of a sudden there's a tweet that's like, baby, I had strep throat, but I stayed going out. It's like, bitch.
Honey, the only thing that's going to be effervescent are those raw tonsils, mama.
I want to read you a couple tweets that the geese are squawking about. So one angry rainbow said, what is a twink but strep throat persevering? Oh, you'll like this one. Brendan Caldwell shared a picture of you, and the tweet says, come on, everyone, let's get sick.
Yeah, please don't drag my name into any of this, okay? I'm officially not a twink anymore. I'm a woman. I done graduated, so y'all keep that mess, M-E-S-S, to yourself.
Amen. Wait, let's see. Strep twink, demon twink, why can't we have a quiet twink? Oh, I like that.
That's a good one.
That was from You Are a Program. All right. Moving on. So we know that our community is a damn mess, but are the straights okay?
Are the straights okay?
I'm sure everyone loved that. Thank you for that. We're going to use that for a clip later on.
Just send me my royalties.
Run me my check, logo. So in this story, you know how every channel has a dating show? Well, the UK just came out with a new dating show where the gentleman, instead of giving the women a rose when they're picked or sending them off when they're not, actually, let me just show you the clip of what happens on this show. Baby. Not me laughing but before showing you. Okay.
Girl, the antics.
Now, giving new meaning to I'm just a hole, sir, baby, they fell through. So I didn't watch the show. I don't know what it's about, but it is a mess. Like, can you imagine just being there, standing there, like waiting for your gig? Let's imagine you're on a date, and all of a sudden the guy's like, no, and you just boom, 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 fall through the hole.
Mama, the ultimate dip to depravity. No, thank you. No, thank you, girl. Y'all ain't gonna get Miss Ganja up on that show, that's for sure.
Do you think that they were told before that they might fall through a hole?
Absolutely not. They signed a waiver that they were too dumb to read, and that was a full surprise. Trust me, they were gagged.
You're like,
and the girls next to them that saw the first girl go, they were like, you mean that could happen to me? Oh, they got real scared.
But like now it's not a stunt anymore because it's already been done. You know what I mean? Like,
no, because the fear, girl. That's what I'm saying. The fear. I guarantee
that's true.
That cast is gonna get strep throat because they ain't gonna try to drop through that hole.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Well, my next story is about November. So I don't know if you've heard, but you know, we have hashtag No Shave November, but my story today is about, naturally, hashtag No Nut November, which is taken...
Oh no, baby. I nutted right before I came onto this interview. How dare you? How dare you? I believe nut is like money. If you want to make money, you got to spend money. Same thing with nut, baby. You want to get nut, you got to nut. Period.
Period. I'm just, what is it? There was this little graphic shared by Brigham Young Virginity Club that says, here's some tips from a pro for No Nut November. Why are straights so obsessed with being celibate? I don't understand.
I mean, trust me, I am all for being celibate, but I'm also for doing it myself and getting the job done on the daily, sometimes 2 or 3 times. The hormones have not kicked in, so we still got plenty of nut to go around.
And you know, the holidays are coming, so it might be eggnog. You know what I'm saying?
Honey, holidays are coming, quite literally.
Oh my God, this is messy. All right, well, y'all have fun with your No Nut November because...
Seriously, I wish you 0 luck on that. The world is too dark and depraved, baby. Nut all you want. Don't listen to these straights. They have got it wrong.
They have got it wrong, which, no shade, they usually do. Anyway, we have reached the point of the show that I love. It is called the 60-Second Stand. Ooh. But you know what? Since it's season 3, I'm going to do something different. And I'm going to make it the 30-second stand. Oh, shit.
Oh.
Hold on. 30. Did I do it right that time? No.
But we get it. We got it. Trust me.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 30 seconds on the clock, and you are going to go off. You are going to love on someone. It could be a friend. It could be an artist that you love. It could be someone that you just admire. And I'm going to put 30 seconds on my little handy-dandy timer, and you're just going to go off with love. Ready? And go.
So currently right now, I am super standing Casey Musgrave's new album. It is just giving me everything I need. It's got pop, it's got country, it's got slow, it's got fast. It really gets me in my feels. And in fact, I just bought her collaboration with Boy Smells, the slow burn candle. One of the most expensive candles I've ever bought at $50. But guess what, baby? I am still standing it. Now, another thing I'm super standing right now is taking care of yourself. So I love yoga and hikes.
Period. Wow, that went so fast. I feel like you had so much to say, which not all of our guests usually do. They're like, oh, wait, there's still 20 more seconds.
Oh, honey, I'm a sickening stander. I stand all kinds of things.
I love it. Oh, my God, that slow burn candle, let me tell you, when I lit that thing up...
You got it, too?
Yes, it's so good.
Did the sponsored post get you?
No, so my ex-boyfriend actually bought it for me.
Oh, I see how it is. She's got people to give her gifts. Well, I provide the gifts for myself. And I saw that on an Instagram post, and I said, swipe, buy, done. Period.
And it's won awards, too.
Well, they have their own Kush line, so I've reached out to them being like, okay, look, I've seen you collaborated with Gottmik. Yeah. Hello, Queen of Green, Kush line. Seems like a match made in heaven.
Listen, if you don't advocate for yourself, who the hell will? And I am so happy that you did that because I would buy the shit out of that candle.
Thank you. Yeah. And I would get all of $3 from it. So I would really like to make this happen.
Listen, any coin is a good coin. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I'm all about this passive income because I'm not trying to fall on my back for the rest of my life.
I know. How is your back?
Heavily medicated with CBD rub. Shout out to Autumn Brands. Absolutely.
Yes, you better shout them out.
Of course.
So before I let you go, is there anything that you want to share with the children, where they can find you, what you've got coming up, anything?
Well, I just dropped a brand new single called Poison Ivy, so I definitely would love for people to go and check that out on my YouTube, watch the music video. My next single, Daily Basis, will be dropping in January.
Oh, not the pause.
As well as a book.
Not the pause.
What?
Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Go again,
what?
because it paused in the middle.
Oh. Okay, so I
Your
just dropped
single.
a new single, Poison Ivy. Go check that out on my YouTube. My next single, Daily Basis, will be dropping in January. I also have a movie coming out with Alaska called God Save the Queens, as well as a web series called Open to It. I'm also releasing a book and hopefully a foundation under the name Honoring Her. So stay tuned. Follow me on all my social media at laganja estranja, except for on TikTok, where I was a little late to the game. And there I am, the only laganja estranja.
Woo, bitch. You see, so many people are like, you know, if you smoke weed, you're going to be lazy. You're not going to do anything. But you just proved time and time again, and today on this show, that, baby, not only are you doing a couple things, you're doing all of the things. So I'm so happy.
Mama, she's medicated.
They're just jealous. They're just jealous.
They're just jealous I have better weed and I get it for free.
I love you. Thank you so much for joining us today, Ganja.
Well, listen, I love you too. I just have to say, obviously, you were amazing on Pose. I've loved dancing to your sounds on TikTok, but truly, your role on Hacks was phenomenal, and it was such an honor to spend today with you and, you know, talk all things pop culture. I love you. I hope this is the first of many times we get to work together.
We will definitely work together in the future, and if you ever want to come back, I promise our technical difficulties will be figured out. Instagram.
Oh, honey, I'm going to be coming back because this No Nut November is not for me.
All right. Love you. Take care.
Love you. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Stay sickening.
Oh, my gosh. I'm just so happy that, oh, my God, I'm just so happy that we're doing this again. I have missed sitting here in front of my ring light and just laughing my ass off. If you did a supercut of most of these interviews, it's just me laughing because I'm just having so much fun, and I hope y'all are too. Today is the end of the first episode, but before we go, you know, I like to have a moment of, so today my moment of is, you know, a throwback. My moment of is a moment of joy because I woke up today and I read some news that made me go, oh, good for them. So sweet. Kristen Stewart of Hollywood fame, my sleepy queen, a queer icon in her own standing, was engaged today to her partner and screenwriter Dylan Meyer. She had a little something to say on Howard Stern when she announced everything. We're marrying. We're totally going to do it, Stewart said. I wanted to be proposed to, so I think I very distinctly carved out what I wanted, and she nailed it. We're marrying. It's happening. Also, I love the idea of saying, we're marrying. It sounds very like, okay, we're marrying. So congratulations to her and her partner. Congratulations to everyone that's in a relationship right now. You know, I know cuffing season just happened, so a lot of them will be over come summer, but anyways, thank you all for joining me today on Logo Live. Please make sure to go watch the Kylie Sonique Love interview that will be up right after this is done on YouTube, here on Logo TV's Instagram, Twitter, everywhere where you can watch things on social. We will have those clips up for you. And baby, make sure you come back on Thursday for my little chat with Jay Cornell of Instagram, TikTok, just all the fame. I'm so excited to talk to him. He is a kiki. Thank you so much to Laganja Estranja for, you know, letting me into her world today. Everyone, on Thursday I'll be here and I'll definitely